Welcome to the Bonsai Matsu YouTube channel. I'm Scott Martin. Today I'm going to work on this Japanese black pine. For me it feels like it's just a little bit too top heavy. Needs to be brought down a little bit and be a bit more refined. Needs its autumn winter needle pluck and bud select, so then a bit of wiring and cleanup, which is typical for this time of year. But I just feel that the tree, possibly for the size of the trunk, it's just a little bit too tall. So I'm going to look at some height reduction on this, bit of a cleanup, and see if I can make it look a lot nicer than what it does now. So we come across occasionally needle buds where the needles have shot out and the bud's growing out through the centre of it. And you need to be very careful when you're doing this kind of work, because if it is a needle bud and you pluck it, you pull the long needles that you see extending out, you'll rip the whole bud clean out. So that's why I use scissors, just to cut those super long needles either side of where the bud's growing from, just to make sure that I can protect that bud and let it secure into the branch as much as possible. That's the needle plucking completed for now. It's a lot more open, a lot more upright too with the needles that have been left. Select the worst needles, the ones that are growing down. Keep the ones that are growing up and nice. It also needs, more refinement. So the next stage for this one is going to be wiring, which should make it look a lot nicer. You'll notice there's longer branches around the place. There's a few scrappy looking little buds. That'll all get sorted out with the next phase of work for this tree. It's done, finished, complete. You'll notice there's some long needles on here. I do know that there's sometimes a preference to cut the needles to make the silhouette look a lot nicer, but my preference is just to leave the long needles as they are, and then I'll sort it out at decandling time. The long needles are caused by shoots that weren't decandled last year because they would have been too weak. So by shortening those needles now, one, they're going to look really horrible in a few weeks' time when they get all brown tips where they've been cut. But secondly, the tree needed extra resources in that area, which is why it wasn't decandled. So by cutting the needles, you're sort of defeating the purpose of exactly why it is that you've left them from being decandled in the first place. So I work more to the structure when I do this sort of thing. Make sure that I've got everything set in place for the next step for this tree. You'll see there's a bit of area up here, which is where the branch was removed at the start of the video, that still needs to develop. Up through here, you'll see there's some cut putty being put into the onto that wound because it's large enough for me to consider putting on the cut putty. But all in all, the tree's taken another step forward. Structure looks really nice. I'm happy with the way it's aging with its bark. So it's a beautiful little tree. Really nice. Thanks for watching. Please stick around, like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. And if you haven't checked out the Bonsai Stuff podcast yet, it'd be fantastic if you did. Thanks very much. Really appreciate it. Until next time, happy bonsai. Make sure you stay in touch and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy bonsai.